Hi guys and welcome back. For today's video I actually just thought I really wanted to do a video as answering the questions from you guys. I always have like 5 or 10 questions that I get asked literally on a daily basis, so I thought might as well make a video answering you guys' questions so that if you ever want to know anything, this should place to come. Yeah, I mean, let's get to know each other. Now there were a lot of questions that people asked. I have tried to narrow it down as best as I can. So, sorry if this is long, but I'll try and do it as fast as I can. So first one, I'm going to meet Joseph in June, but I have really bad anxiety. Is there anything you recommend? Now, when I met Joe, I think it definitely depends on what Comic-Con it is. Some are run really well and some of them aren't. When I met Joe, it wasn't the best organised, so that definitely made it worse, whereas I've had Comic-Cons where they were very easy and breezy and not very like they were very well run, and that made it the whole situation better. But I would say a way I would recommend you to make it better would be just make sure you have everything else, like make sure you have your tickets ready, make sure you're there early, make sure you give yourself enough time before to prepare, make sure that you know exactly where you need to be, make sure you know where the photo or the autographs are like an hour before, make sure you have a timetable of everything that's going on. Just make sure that you're ready in every other aspect, so that you don't have to worry about that when you're actually going to get go meet him, basically, so that you don't have to worry about that. What's your top 5 shows? Okay, that's a lot, that's a big number of shows. I bold of you to assume I've watched 5 shows, but I would say definitely Strange Things, obviously, The Last of Us. If you haven't watched that at the moment, watch it because it's literally my favourite thing ever. Like, I love it so much. Atypical, really like that. Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Friends, I don't know, but definitely Strange Things and Last of Us are definitely like very up there. Favourite thing about the cast that you've met from Strange Things? I would say it's just generally how they generally love each other. Like it's like they generally are like a little family. Like every single time I've met someone from Strange Things cast, all they do is talk about their cast members and how much they loved working with them and how their bond is. So I really love that about them. Like no matter who you meet, they will always rave on about someone else. And I just think it really makes like what you see on screen real. Seeing how close they are in real life definitely makes that better, if that makes sense. Hey, do you know when Joe will be in the UK? Firstly, hey. Secondly, I actually do not. I do know that he had one in the UK secured for this year. However, do I know if that's still happening? No. Do I know where it is? No. Yeah, he had one secured, like one UK one this year, but on his like timetable, whatever, but I don't know if that's happening. I don't know who or where when that is, so literally got no idea. Very helpful, I know. I'm full of all the smart ideas. Favourite thing to do? Emma. In case you didn't already know, it's Emma. It's Emma. I think my favourite thing to do, it's such a broad question. Watch TV and do nothing. No, joking. I think if I'm going out, I definitely prefer hanging out with my family than I do my friends. Not that I don't love my friends, I do love my friends, but I feel like I have to have like a certain amount of energy and like my social battery runs out, and do you know what I mean? It's very, yeah. Whereas with my family, I don't have to worry about that, and I don't have to worry about, you know, having to put on a certain thing. They're never going to judge me because it's my family. Do you know what I mean? I'm definitely a family oriented person, so I'd say whatever I do, I love doing it with my family. I'd say something I really love to do but don't get to do often, obviously, is travel with my family. I really love going on family holidays and we'll probably never stop doing that. I will be 60 and going on holiday with my family and I have no regrets. Favourite thing to do in London? I actually love going to London. Like, going to London is literally my favourite thing to do ever. I live just outside of London, so in another city, so I still have like the city life, but it's easy to travel in and out of London without like the cost of it. So I do go to London quite a lot. I would say that my favourite things that I've done is either London Dungeons. That is really great, and I think it's fun for everyone. Like, it's scary, but like it's not too scary that you're gonna have nightmares, and it's long and it's a long experience. It's really fun to do with your friends. Like, it's so fun, and I would definitely go again. And it's even got rides in it, so it's got like a drop ride, and it's got like a lazy river sort of ride, but you don't have to go on them if you don't want to. So it's got everything for everyone. And yeah, I would definitely say that. Or when the Stranger Things experience was open, I got invited to that twice, and both times loved it, but it's not open anymore, so I probably shouldn't recommend that, because that would just be sad. Or just going to watch any of their shows. The shows that they've got in London are amazing. I actually just got back from a weekend in London watching one of the shows in West End called Wicked, which is like a Wizard of Oz type play, and that was amazing. Definitely, or like probably something like that, but I just love London in general. Do anything in London, it's fun. Best con memory, I would say definitely when I met Joseph Quinn, but I feel like that's kind of basic because I feel like everyone at this point knows what happened when I met Joseph Quinn. But I would say meeting Joseph Quinn was definitely my like most life-changing experience. Like, I've met other people, but nothing that's happened with them has been really life-changing, whereas when I met him, it was life-changing. Not to say that I didn't like meeting anyone else. Obviously, I loved it and super grateful for it. But that was definitely one that I will never forget, if that makes sense. So I definitely say that one. Favourite actor I've met besides Joseph Quinn? I would say, and my friends might say the same, my friends that are with me, the Back to the Future cast. When I went to Manchester Comic Con to meet Dacre Montgomery, who plays Billy in Stranger Things, there's a Back to the Future cast, and honestly, they were lovely. Like, by the end of it, the day, because I only went for one day, they actually called me and my friends their children and gave us like free t-shirts for Back to the Future, and we took loads of photos and just hung out with them basically all afternoon. It was really fun. They were super lovely, and I definitely say that because I've never had like an experience where like the actors literally like called us their freaking children. Like, what? That doesn't even like make sense. I actually did record that whole interaction, but I never posted it anywhere, so if any of you are interested, I will post that whole interaction for you if you want it. Least favourite actor in Stranger Things. Now, funny thing about this is that ironically I've met more mean characters in Stranger Things than I have good actors from Stranger Things, if that makes sense. Like, more villains than I have heroes in Stranger Things. I've met Jamie, who plays Vecna. I've met Elodie, who plays Angela. I've met Dacre, who plays Billy. I've met the guy who plays Jason and stuff like that. So definitely met more villains than I have good characters from Stranger Things. But I would say, so I think that definitely clouds my judgment because all of them were so lovely and nice, bar maybe one. That I think that definitely does cloud my judgment because I can't see the character in the same mean way anymore. But I would definitely say Billy is my least favourite because he's just meaner for a long period of time. Do you know what I mean? So I'd say definitely him. You're so pretty. Thanks. Mwah. I love you. We are besties. Am I next meeting Joseph Quinn? I actually don't know. I know 100% that this year I want to meet him some way or another, but I'm kind of, and I don't care if I have to go international to meet him this year. I will do that. So I'm thinking maybe Germany Comic Con if he goes, but I'm kind of just holding out doing anything yet because if he does come to the UK, obviously I'll meet him in the UK because it's easier. But if he does not go in the UK and he's abroad, I will travel abroad to go meet him, if that makes sense. So definitely at one point will we, but no idea when or where. So yeah, so spontaneous. Favourite Stranger Things season. Now I really like season 3, as does everyone in the Face of the Planet. But I really like the cast of season 4. So I'd say definitely like a mashup of the two. I really like both of them. I don't know if it was because Stranger Things 4 was the most recent season, so it's like most in my head or what, but I really loved the vibes of like the summer after Stranger Things 4 came out, where it's like running up that hill was at the top of the charts, like every like TikTok you saw was of Stranger Things. I think this is like the first real season where TikTok was such a huge app, so I think that definitely played a part into it. Actually, when I first watched Stranger Things 4, I had no interest in Eddie, but then after watching the countless edits and not being able to avoid him, I actually fell in love with the character. So I think definitely that played into a role of me really liking Stranger Things 4, but I have no regrets. I love the season. The way they did it was amazing. Little Freak or Matilda and my favourite colour from Ruben. firstly, love you, Ruben. One of my best friends. And also, if you don't already know what they're on about, they're talking about Harry Styles songs for the first one. Little Freak and Matilda are literally two of my favourite songs like ever. But I would definitely say Little Freak, because Little Freak, I don't know what it is about that song. I love it. I love that song with my every being in my body. And also favourite colour, I'd definitely say it's like purple. I love purple. There's a whole wall in my room dedicated to purple. Like, I love purple. But like a vibrant purple, like a neon purple, if that makes sense. I keep saying purple, so sorry if purple is getting annoying to you now. Favourite Joseph Quinn picture. I will insert it here on screen, this picture right here. Yeah, but to be honest though, I love every photo of Joseph Quinn, but I definitely do have my favourites. But yeah, okay, that's all the questions I'm doing, because I don't want this to get too long. So thank you all, everyone who sent in a question. I definitely want to do something like this again, because it was really fun, and hope that answers some of your questions you guys have. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hit subscribe if you want to, not forcing you, but you can if you want.